They did a little promo package coming up with the Moxley and Kenny Omega death match. I'm going to be honest with you guys. Growing up in the tape trading era. Justin, are you around the same age as me?
I'm a millennial.
Yeah, I'm in my mid-30s.
Yeah, we're around the same age.
Yeah, so you would have known about the tape trading days of wrestling where people would trade, watch this match from New Japan or watch this match from ECW.
VHS,
yeah. So you had sometimes people would trade you some death matches. Yeah. So they had Onita. They had Ashuti Onita on the promo package, who's like the king of the death matches. He's had some classic matches with Hayabusa, Terry Funk, the Great Sasuke. That's the name on top of my head. But I'm gonna be real with you guys. Even when I saw the Terry Funk and the Cactus Jack legendary match in All Japan Wrestling, I never really could watch these matches. Like, you will see the highlights, you see the spots when they fall off the ladder into the barbed wire, the explosions, but it just something I just couldn't really get with it. And I don't know,
because we're both old, and I share the same sentiment as you, man.
I
see the explosion, and this is why I agreed to some point, the only time, with Jim Cornette. If I already see the highlight of the match, I don't want to see the rest of it. It's like, that's just how I feel. But it depends on who's wrestling the match. You mentioned Terry Funk, but even back then I was like, okay, Terry Funk is not Bret the Hitman Hart or Stone Cold or whatever it is. No disrespect to him, but he's not on that tier. Now we're talking about Kenny Omega, and we're talking about Jon Moxley, who already do dangerous stuff. I'm intrigued.
Very good point.
And it's Jon Moxley, not Dean Ambrose, not the lunatic. No, we're talking about the guy who built a name in CZW, suplexes Kenny Omega into a bed of barbed wires to the casual viewer in a time when we didn't know what AEW was. We're saying, when are they going to do this again? And now, for some reason, we're divided as fans as to if we're even interested to watch this. Oh, watch this. You can put on record. Hush. Watch what happens. Because if these guys main event the show, and they will, it can arguably be the most talked about show after WrestleMania.
Good point.
Watch what happens.
Very good point. I love it, Justin. Mekz, you looking forward to this main event?
I'm looking forward to it. I don't get what all the old guys are saying. Like, I know you guys probably lived through the originals of this kind of stuff. I wish I would have seen the originals. Then maybe I'd have a similar sentiment. But I've seen some of that stuff back. I've never watched it, happen live in the flesh and live at a time when it happened. So I'm desperately looking forward to see what's going to happen. I hope, obviously, it's very safe. And being in 2021, I can imagine this is going to be very watered down compared to maybe some of the stuff you've seen in the past, Skillit. So in that sense, I'm not too worried that anything can go wrong or anyone's going to majorly hurt themselves, because I know they will get in a lot of trouble if that is the case.
Mekz, are you expecting to be like those early blood matches with like blood and guts everywhere and the referee checking?
I want to see it.
You do want to see it. Okay.
I 100% want to see that. Kenny Omega wanted this match. Kenny Omega said that he needed this to solidify himself as the best in the world. I don't think a death match is needed on your CV to solidify yourself. But I am a typical, blood-hungry wrestling fan. I love when I see blood sport. I don't like seeing people cut themselves, but I don't mind seeing an original, a genuine burst of blood and it enhancing the story. So Skillit's probably looking at me like I'm disgusted.
No, not at all. Not at all.
I'm looking swing low. It's gonna make TV. We're gonna cut this one out. This StreamYard, right? Okay, how do you leave the studio?
Hey Justin, man, you're the man. You're the fucking.
I can see Skillit judging me, but
guys,
I'm not judging. I'm not judging. Trust me.
He's young.
You know what? In my younger days, I used to be like that. Now, I think I've become a bit of a softie these days, and now I feel if I see a little bit,
but I'm much different than you, man. I just don't want to see two. Look, I don't want to see two guys in their prime just be
exactly.
But if the story is told right, and they're the masters of this thing, I do for the AEW title before Thanos goes and collects the Mind Stone from Impact Wrestling. Yes,
and you're right.
You can say it.
And Justin's right, because they're gonna pull it off. They're gonna pull it out of the bag. They're gonna pull it out the bag. So.
Exactly. They'll pull it out the bag.